Hey guys, Mike from Boyer Bows. Alright, got an update here on the snake bow build along. I used the heat gun to straighten this area. If you remember from the last video, there was this area that had it was actually coming off like this over here. And what I did was I heated it up with just a heat gun. That's all Osage needs, guys. It's just a heat source. You don't need steam. You don't need to boil it. Osage is it's an amazing wood, and it's incredibly malleable, and it worked beautifully. As you can see, what was coming off like this is now even coming this way a little bit, which I needed to do because of this curve. And when I pull this bow back now, this is going to be my top limb, this is going to be my bottom limb, it comes back straight into my hand. It doesn't want to do this or do this anymore like it did before. It was coming, and I couldn't. The minute I pulled it back, it wanted to rotate in my hand. Now when I pull the string back on it, tillering string, it comes straight back right into my hand, which is what I want. It is actually a little bit forgiving in that the center of the string is actually not center of the riser. It's actually a little bit off to the left, which is going to make the shots that much more forgiving without even having cut a riser in it yet. I have reduced it down and tillered this at this point, so let me give you a quick measurement of the thickness of this wood. It should be, as you can see, I did the sort of the Mulgabat home guard thing again, where this is static, this is bending, the handle is static, bending, and static. Now, which means technically that this working portion should be the same thickness throughout. Now that's in a perfect world, guys. It's not going to actually work that way. You got to do your little tweaks. If you see when you're pulling it's not bending in certain areas, reduce a little more wood. Check out the Mulgabat and flat bow build alongs for how I do that. There's tillering 2 ways on the flat bow. In the video of how to build a flat bow, I have a video called Tillering 2 Ways, and that will tell you how to reduce the wood and if it's bending too much or if it's not bending enough, that kind of thing. But this bow right now, it was very difficult to tiller because it had a lot of highs and lows in it that I wasn't, and these curves also give you problems. But right now the bow is approximately, let's see, that would be it's not 3/8, it's not 2/8, so that would be 4/16 and 6. It's about 5/16 right now. Yeah, it's pretty much 5/16. So it's between 3/8 of an inch and a 1/4 inch. It is a 72-inch long bow, and right now it is pulling 30 pounds. Okay, which is a lot lighter than I was hoping for. However, because of these curves, I am going to put sinew on the back of this bow. Now you can check out the other Osage build along for how I did that. I will be doing a video on that for this build along as well. But sinew I can really follow these curves with, whereas a straight piece of rawhide, it's harder to accommodate for the curves. And whenever you sinew back something, the sinew and the glue will increase the poundage of the bow a little bit. Not, well, up to 15 pounds worth. But I think I am still going to shorten this bow, maybe get it to about 45 pounds before I add the sinew, and then after the sinew it'll be somewhere around 50 to 60 pounds, which is what I want. And but I'm going to do that by, I have a lot of working limb here, a lot of static limb here, and I'm going to use that formula of how to increase your draw weight by reducing this down. I got a lot of static limb. It's not really important on this bow. I just like the look of it, and it gives me some extra draw length. Right now I wouldn't need to back this bow. It's bending just fine. It feels nice and springy, and I've reduced it to a single growth ring on the back. But because I'm going to shorten it and I'm going to add all that extra weight, I can take this down to a shorter level, which will increase my draw weight because I'm going to have to pull the bow that much further back in order to get it to my anchor point. And in order to accommodate for that extra draw length, I'm going to back it with the sinew. Alright, so that's where we are right now. And I think I'm going to add copperhead skins to this bow when we're done. So it should really be an attractive bow. Anyway, that's where we are with this. My next step is actually I'm going to cut these limbs, and I'll show you the formula and how much I took off the limbs, and I'll show you how I weigh the bow as well when I come back for the next video, and then we'll move on to the sinew and retillering if necessary and such like that. Alright guys, Mike from Warrior Bows. This is the next step in the snaky Osage build-along, and we'll see you soon.